to describe myself in 3 words, it'd be outgoing, love getting absolutely mortal, and just absolutely quality crack.
If I had to describe myself in 3 words, it would be confident, cheeky, spontaneous.
How is anyone fitting anything into that 5-minute window?
What's going on outside?
No one's really saying
Spreading my floppies like getting round it. You didn't fucking look at me.
I got tagged!
And welcome back to Talks by the Day Bed with my co-host Swaggy P. It has been too long, my friend. How are you?
Very long indeed, Dally. How are you?
Mate, I'm doing well. We've had to bombard ourselves with a bit of Love Island to catch up. We both took a little bit of a break, but boy oh boy, has it been good or what? Like the difference between like the first half and the second half so far is like second to none.
Yeah, I think we're doing this episode right after Casa, Amor, and it's good to have Casa, Amor back in our lives.
Oh my god,
It's good.
Oh, mate. All right, what episode did we just finish? Episode 35 is what we're pretty much
35.
reviewing up until. So we're
just,
about an episode and a half back from Casa and More.
Yeah, just a disclaimer. This one's going to be a bit of a long episode, so
Get
just want
ready
to
for
put
that.
that out there.
Let's get ready for that. But remembering, if you have any questions, ideas, different things, let us know in the comments. We want to hear back from what you guys want to hear and what are some opinions that you might want to hear from us. A few segments you want to do, anything you like. Anything you like at all, we are happy to help. So let's get straight into it, dude. Now, there's so much before Casa More that we missed, but we're not going to go through it very much. We're just going to, hover over it. There was Danny, the new guy that came in, the alleged racist man that I've heard a lot about.
Yeah.
Look, first vibes on him when he was in there, I was like, oh god, he's
Didn't
such
like
a
him.
dickhead. And then
Didn't like him.
second vibes, dude, after he had the date with Chloe. Was it with Chloe? Or was
Lucinda,
it
wasn't it?
Kaz? Well, Lucinda. Oh, that's right. It was Lucinda. God, it's been so long, dude. How was Lucinda gone? Oh my god. When he had that date with Lucinda, I was like, oh yeah, he's actually not a horrible guy. Like I was like, maybe it was just like the tats that gave me bad vibes. But then pretty much as soon as he got back, and it was it was like him and Aaron had that big fight. I was like, oh come on, dude! Like, what do you like?
He's just
he was
so controlling.
He was just so salty over Aaron, even though Aaron was with her at the beginning, was going to couple up with her, and you pretty much stole this girl. Of course, he's not going to back down. Like, I don't understand what he thinks is going to happen. Oh yeah, I'm just going to give you some respect and not go after her for half a day. Like that's even matter at all. But anyway, idiot.
Danny's a Danny. Yeah, idiot Danny.
Idiot Danny, and thankfully Aaron ended up going and eventually being with her in the end, which was very lovely.
Getting kicked out.
And then getting kicked out. Because obviously not many people like Lucinda. I just don't think I think people like them, but there just wasn't enough like hype around them. Like they just didn't get enough votes because they were sort of in the middle with everyone. I think. Do you agree?
Yeah.
The people had their favorites, their stands, but I just didn't think Lucinda really had any stands. And Aaron was Aaron. So, anyway, going on from that, they got kicked out. Did we have anything else before Casa Amor? Oh, Toby did his little shenanigans with the new girl that came in.
And then there was the whole Hugo drama.
Oh, the Hugo drama as well. Oh my god.
Hugo coupling up with Chloe instead of a girl that actually showed interest in Hugo.
I rated it.
I was like,
I rated that. At the end of the day, he didn't show interest in her. Like from the beginning,
yeah.
Even my missus was saying, "Oh, he's actually not interested in her," and I was like, "Oh, really?" And then it turned out he wasn't. And I think he did the good thing. Is in him and Chloe have been close from the very beginning. Look, he did throw Toby under the bus. I can see why Toby was angry with him, but at the same time, people are going off like in comment section. I've seen a lot of the tweets, and they're saying like, "Oh, the only reason why he did it was because he liked her." Well, fucking obviously, like obviously he liked her as a friend and liked her, but I don't understand how that makes it any different. Like, I think he shouldn't have called them out and made an embarrassment of him. But at the end of the day, he's done it to two girls, two girls at this time. So like, when was he ever going to learn? He needed to get called out when it was embarrassing for him to pull his head in, you know. So I was like,
I don't know, man. Toby's like my little cousin. That I don't rate what he does, but I'm like, he's just a young kid.
He's
He'll
just a
figure
kid,
himself
eh?
out.
He
He's
literally,
just like he's just like a cousin that I'll just see like every 2 weeks. That I
Yeah.
know is just a fuck up, but still like him.
I feel
You
like
know?
I feel like it's bad to not like the guy because he's just young and
He's so
he's
innocent. Like,
stupid. He's innocent. He's
Yeah.
stupid. So I look at him. Maybe it's just the guy's perspective. Like maybe all the girls think
Yeah.
that he's an absolute douche, but I actually don't think he means to do all this. I think he just as soon
Yeah.
as a girl likes him, he's like his head just turns like, oh, a girl likes me. So I wonder if he's
Yeah.
had like a lot of attention in his life, or like if it's just been like one night stand type things, and because he was saying he's never been in a relationship. I think that really
Nah.
has an impact on how he thinks.
Because
He's still in that.
we'll get into this afterwards at the last thing, but I got something else as well after that. But let's just jump on to Casa Amor now, Dali.
Yeah, let's jump straight into it, mate. And boy, was it a lot of fun.
All right, before we start, who's your favorite Casa Amor contestants?
Okay, we'll start off with we'll start off with actual Casa Amor, the place.
Yeah.
So out of the girls, I would have to say that's actually hard because I didn't really like any of them. None of them really stands out to me.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I think probably the one that, even though I don't like her because she's like funny or anything, like I don't know, was alright. Was probably the one that Tyler got with. Spoilers.
Oh, Clarice.
She's probably because she's nice. Like none of them were like that. None of them stood out to me. Like none of them had like incredible personality, bar maybe one person, but I don't really like her that much, and we'll get through that in a second.
I think I thought the Irish DJ was pretty hot.
The one with the short hair. I thought she
Short hair.
had. Yeah, I thought she had Hugo vibes written all over her, but boy was
Yeah. I
I.
felt like she should have got more screen time, but
I agree as well. She got no screen time. Hey, that was quite sad for her. I guess there was a lot of drama heading around.
Yeah, on the boys' end, they were all terrible, except for maybe.
Really, I enjoyed the boys more than the girls.
I like Mehdi a lot, like the American footballer.
Yeah, he was alright.
Dude, he had the best fashion sense out of all of them.
I like. I forgot his name. What's
Which one?
the guy with he's in the house right now. I don't really want to. Okay, the one who's with Cass.
With Kaz. Oh, the Irish guy.
Yeah, I like him because he seems.
Matt?
Yeah, Matthew. Yeah. He seems like a genuine good guy. Like nice bloke.
We had a Matt, Jack, and a Harry in the.
I know, right? What is that? I can't believe what I was watching. I was like, oh my god! And Jack was a nice guy too, so I was like, I'm happy for him to rep the Jacks. It was boring as hell, but
he was just some random guy that picked you off the street, dude. Honestly.
Yeah.
He's just a racing car driver.
A racing car driver, and I like how in his preview he was like, "Oh, I get all the ladies with like what I do for my work. Like they're always really interested." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm a race car driver." And they're like, "Oh yeah, cool." And I was like, "Well, that was good."
And then after that, he was like, "Well, not anymore. When I was a kid, I was a racing driver. Now I'm just engineering the cars." And I'm like,
and they're like, "Oh, that's way less cool."
It's like me saying I'm a surfer. Not really. I just watch people surf. Okay.
Just make the boards.
I just make the boards. All right, fair enough.
All right, well that's nowhere near as cool. But okay, thanks. Yeah, like he was a bit. Right. Yeah, I'd probably say he wasn't. Yeah, you're. What is he? Is it Mehdi?
Mehdi.
Yeah, he was nice,
dude. His fashion sense. Like every night when people.
That was you, dude. That was a bit you, hey.
His fashion sense was so on point, like the different colored shirts, the fabric.
You love that dude, yeah.
Oh, dude, it was.
He reminds me of you, actually.
His durag was like so on point as well. I was like, dude, he's fine. Oh man.
Mate, he actually somewhat reminds me of you, dude.
I'm not really like. I haven't got a massive beard.
No, I
Not
mean, as
that
in like
big.
personality-wise.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he was like a nice guy, fun to be around. Fucking look at me giving you the compliments.
Oh mate, I'll take it. Anyone to hit me up? I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
like Maddie,
that's it.
exactly like Maddie.
Yeah, looks and all. Um,
Yeah,
Anyway, yeah. All right. So fair enough. We both agree that both houses weren't that great,
not
but they
really.
brought a
No,
lot of drama because, especially in the guy's
incredible amounts of
house,
drama.
where a couple of them were turning their heads. Now I feel like we need to discuss this first because it's the blaring obvious one. Liam, my guy
All right.
Liam.
Yeah. So
You tell me.
let's bring up some context here.
Yeah.
Before Liam, before they get the text to Casa Amor, I would say Liam and Millie were pretty strong.
Yeah, I would say they
They,
were on track with nearly winning the show. I'd say.
yeah, they weren't. They hadn't said boyfriend girlfriend, but if they had been a day extra, I bet they would have said boyfriend girlfriend. So
Or
I feel
I
like
wouldn't say a day. I'd say a couple of days. So yeah, they're on the verge. Yeah.
they were really close. They were very close. They were very. I would say they were very strong, up there with the strongest
Yep.
couples. Like before Casa Amor, everyone was going on about how Millie and Liam were their favorite couples.
Yep.
So
Facts.
with that saying, the boys go to Casa Amor. They get a text and
Boys trip, mate.
sorry.
It's the boys trip.
The lad.
Lads.
I hated that. I hated that. I was like, oh, lads holiday. You're not supposed to say it. You're supposed to say Casa Amor, not lads holiday.
Yeah. It means the same thing,
They
really.
go, yeah, they go on to Casa Amor and they meet these girls. And it's been like a couple of days since I watched the episode, but remind me if I'm not incorrect, if I'm wrong.
Gotcha.
The boys introduce themselves to the girls, and then boys go away. They get together, and Liam, Jake, and Tyler
Yep.
and Toby, I think they all
Yep.
get together. And they're like, oh, who do you think the fittest is? And Liam goes, oh, dude, Lily is pretty good looking. Lily's good looking. If I had to pick one, it would probably be Lily.
Yep.
See, he says that, and then throughout the next 4 or 5 days, 4 or 5 days,
Yep. 4 days. Yep.
Lily and Liam, I think, set up a good connection. They keep chatting, they flirt, they're
Mhm.
50-50. To quote Lily,
To quote
50-50,
50-50.
maybe 66, maybe 60-40. But Liam already has a strong connection back home with Millie, but he has made the decision to not sleep on the daybed, as most strong couples would do, and pursue a nighttime cuddle with a girl who I think looks pretty similar to Millie, blonde hair.
Was there even cuddling? Like, I know Lily ends up saying there was, but
I think
I
so.
personally
Yeah.
did not see any. Like, he
No,
automatically always turned his back on her for pretty much every night that I saw.
no, but don't you remember the next day they were the boys were talking about, and Liam was like, "Oh, I was sleeping on the middle of the night, and then she was on top of me, and then
Yeah,
I thought, okay,
yeah. But that doesn't mean he
look,
didn't do anything. But anyway, continue.
I mean, dude, yeah, to be, I don't know, from the messages from the videos I saw and the camera angles the producers shot, I'm happy with my conclusion that it was 50-50. It was not just a one-way attraction. I am almost 100% sure that Liam found Lily attractive as well.
Oh, without he said that to him, and he said that to Millie
Yeah.
too. But there was attraction
So
there was a connection there, definitely.
yeah, so this happens, and to this day, I think to the last because I'm pretty sure you guys don't know what Casa Amor is, but I was almost certain that Liam would bring Lily back.
Really?
I was certain. I thought, yep, he's made up her
Yeah, I
mind.
feel like you're very much on Lily's side here. This is where this is going. I am not, by the way, just so you know.
So I'm on
nearly
Millie's.
positive that he is. No, but as
I'm
in
not
like,
on Lily's side. I'm on Millie's side of the story.
I know. I don't think you can't not be really on Millie's side, but I mean, the way I'm going to stop you there, and I'm going to say how I saw it because I didn't see it as
Okay.
50-50. I didn't see it as
Okay.
50-50. So, There was a connection
Okay.
there. He said that. He said he was attracted to her, and there was a connection. That's that.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
I think that he definitely wanted to do things like what Lily said to Millie in the interview in the last episode, that he said to her that I want to kiss you, but I don't want to be disrespectful to Millie. So obviously he has a very much a big connection there with her. They end up kissing on that second last night or whatever it was, 3 times. I don't think it really matters how many times they kissed someone. They kissed.
I mean, I think it does because he told Millie that I only kissed her once.
No, he did not.
Apparently.
He said he kissed her twice, and I was like, "Fuck, twice, 3 times? Like, come on, dude."
Oh, come on, man.
But it was all on the same. It's not like it was 3 different occasions. I think it's much worse if it's 3 different occasions. It was in the one.
But it's the fact that he pulled out and went back in 3 times.
The thing is, dude, he was heavily attracted to her. But this is where I don't see it as a 50-50 is what it is. Every time the camera angles that were in the bed, I did not see him cuddling her once. Every time it was him facing the other direction in the thing. And he admits that, and she said that other than the first night, that's how it was. She even said that as well. The first night they said, what Liam said, she literally jumped on top of me pretty much. But he said to the boys that...
I swear I remember.
Watch it again. I took note of this,
there
dude,
was a scene...
No.
I swear there was a scene where they were under the blankets.
No.
And I was like, oh.
Negative. I remember taking note of this. He was literally away from her every night. And she kept saying every morning to the girls, oh, he didn't cuddle me again last night. He's facing away from me. I'm getting very mixed vibes from him. And the thing is, he has told her so many times that, 1, he doesn't want to disrespect Millie by doing all this. He doesn't know exactly where his head's at. Yes, you're really attractive and I want to do things to you, but I just don't know where I'm at. To me, that screams he likes Millie more. And I was 100% sure. I even told my missus that he's going to come back alone. He's not going to come back with her. I saw that coming from a mile away. I did not see how you saw it not happening that way. And the way she's come in and said, I cannot believe I wasn't picked. It was a 50-50. He literally, he told me one thing and acted on the other. He was so dismissive of her pretty much every single time, bar a couple of conversations where he's like, I sort of want to do something with you, but I don't feel like doing it. Bar the kiss.
But it's the fact that they were, to me, it's the fact that, all right, fine, fair enough. That when Liam came back from Casa, it was like that there had been like it was like a real like an instant of miss you so much of I haven't done anything wrong, I've just done.
I don't know about that, dude.
And then but the thing is, okay,
I think he missed her, and when he came back there, I think he realized, okay, I made the right decision. Definitely, this is what I want.
If Lily hadn't said anything, do you reckon Liam would have told everything that happened to Millie?
This is the thing, dude. This is the thing. It's wrong to assume things because you can't just say, oh, he wasn't going to do it because we don't know that. I think he would have told white lies. I do. I think he would have said, I had a connection, because the guys would have said something. Hugo would have said something 100%. I think he would have said, I had a connection with the girl over there. I found her very attractive. We slept. I don't think he would have told her about the kissing, though. That's the part I don't think he would have said.
Okay, so he would have done similar thing to what Curtis did 2 years back, where he said, I had a strong connection with Amy, but I had an even more stronger connection with someone at Casa, but I didn't couple up. Is that what you think would have happened with Liam?
I think he would have said that I had a strong connection with you and not with the girl over there, but I did have a connection with someone, which I think is true. Okay. I think he always had a stronger connection with Millie. Now, this is the thing I want to talk to you about, dude. And I understand. I'm completely on Millie's side, by the way, when this whole thing. I feel really bad for her. Like, at the end of the day, he shouldn't have done that if he really was 100% interested. But it takes... I think nothing really happened day after day until Big Mouth Jake opens his big mouth. I do not like him, really. He's nearly at the bottom of the board for me.
Jake, dude, fuck
How many times did he say, it's a lad's holiday, you got to give 100%. If I was in your shoes, he said this to Tyler and to Liam. And look what the position they're in right now, by the way. So, you got to give it 100%. You're going to regret if you're not going to do that. Like that, I think, personally right there, I feel like Liam knows he fucked up. he knows that he got manipulated by his mates to pretty much push. I don't think he would have done anything if it wasn't because of Jake. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think if Jake was in his ear every moment, every day, because Liam was pretty much trying to explain that to Kaz as well, but literally couldn't say anything fucking right. But we'll go through that in a second. I just think
so happy.
He manipulated him so much to kiss her and give her 100%, because I don't think he would have done it, and he wouldn't be in the position right now if he did. That's what I think.
I'm so happy you feel this way about Jake. Fuck Jake. He's dude.
Mate,
did you see that screenshot?
Well.
Did you see that screenshot going around the social media where when they're coupling up from Casa, Amor, Millie goes back to look at Liam and said, "What the fuck?" You can see Jake in the background smiling,
like smirking. Yes, I literally noticed that live, dude. I noticed that live.
Yeah, and I'm like, this bitch played the game.
Literally, he did. Without 100%, he did. He knocked out his biggest competition.
I feel so bad for Liberty because Liberty is not going to win if she's with Jake. I hope so. People love Liberty so much, but because Jake's such a prick, and it's just.
And personally, sorry, keep going.
Even after Casa and Amor, Jake went on about how you did nothing wrong. It was a lad's holiday. It was that. No, it's not. It was. You don't do that, and it's just so
Yeah.
He did the same thing to Toby. He tried to talk Teddy into it, but Teddy was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Literally, that's what I said, dude. Like, all these guys, like, at the end of the day, they're all young, but Teddy actually has a fucking mind of his own. So at the end of the day, yes, these guys fucked up. They all fucked up, and I think they've all really admitted it, bar maybe Tyler, but he doesn't know what the fuck he's saying. Tyler
really fucked up. He's really fucked up.
No, but I'll get to that. I think he's the one I'm going to defend the most, anyone. But we'll get to that.
Oh no!
I'll get to that. Maybe it's because I don't like Kaz, but we'll get to that. I just feel, and oh god, and how everyone in the house was like, my god, Jake's the only loyal guy. He's the only good guy. And I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me right now. And everyone online saying Jake's the only good guy left. And I was like, you're kidding me. That's all I'm really going to say. I don't think
no one online. Everyone's going on about how Jake.
There is a lot of people that back him, dude. I went through so many tweets.
Dude, that's so disappointing.
Mate, it's so bad, isn't it? But obviously. Because he would have the same reaction as Kaz is like, oh, you're going to be manipulated by the boys to do it. And I'm like, yes, I understand. That's a good call on both Tyler and Liam. He shouldn't be manipulated. But at the end of the day, you've got to remember, he is with those boys 24 hours a day. You're not like, it's not like me and you can't manipulate me to do something because I'm not with you. We just chat once every fucking couple days. They're with each other every single part of the day. And he said it. I'd like to know, actually, I'd love to go back and watch it and say how many times he said, lad's holiday, and how many times he said, you have to give it 100%. Like, it just comes to a point where a guy, his mind will go and go, maybe he's right. Maybe I do have to give it 100%. Yeah. Maybe it's actually not that wrong to do it. Maybe the girls are doing it.
And it's the fact that at the end of the last couple of days of the episode, Jake was like, I've never seen you happier.
Yeah, I've never seen you happier. Yeah, God.
All right.
And Tyler backed him. Not Tyler, and Toby backed him up. Yeah, it was Toby.
Toby is I'm gonna.
He just doesn't know what the fucking planet he's on.
Toby is just following Jake because that Jake was there from day one. That's it.
That's the day one.
And I don't know about it. It's Liam and Tyler's situation would have all been avoided from Jake.
Oh,
that's why I'm like. That's why I don't really hate Liam that much. I feel bad for him.
I completely agree.
Came back.
I feel bad, obviously, more for Millie at the end of the day, and I don't think anyone shouldn't feel bad for Millie because at the end of the day, she didn't do anything wrong. And like she got fucked over pretty much.
And I'm happy with the decision Millie took at the end of this episode.
Look, I'm good on her for doing what she wants. But I think Liam is really heartbroken by this, and obviously has no one to blame by himself. But
what she said was, "You haven't done anything to prove me that you're right." He hasn't.
Yeah, but how is he supposed to prove that? How does he prove it?
Casa Amor, the only time that they've been tested, he failed.
It's true. That's a good point. That's a good point.
So, in Millie's point of view, it's like, fair enough. The one time I trusted you and gave you a bit of leeway, you went up and
Yep.
kissed the girl
Out of a
within 4
challenge.
days.
Yeah.
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 And then, I mean, fair. I see Millie's point of view, and I'm like, good,
Without a
all right,
doubt.
fair enough. Do I hope Millie couples up with Teddy, but
I think that's what everyone is saying online. Everyone's like,
well,
Millie and Teddy to couple
well,
up and go for the win.
actually no. I want someone else to couple up with Teddy, but I'll get onto that later. But
Mhm.
but I don't know. I'm in two minds whether I want Millie to stay with Liam or Millie to find someone else. I don't know.
That's
I'm in two minds.
I'm probably more swaying to staying with Liam, but maybe it's just because I feel really bad for Liam because I feel like Jake has really manipulated him on a friendship level, and I feel like he never would have been in that situation if he didn't come to that.
I'm
I
just
think he
trying
would
to
have stuck
figure
on
out
the
a
day
way.
bed. Everything would have happened normally.
I'm just trying to figure out a way that we can break Jake and Liberty up,
Yeah,
but
I
I
know.
can't.
It's because no
I
one,
feel like Jake.
he would have split so quick if someone came in for him. None of them were interested in him, so he didn't even get
Yeah,
tested.
and
That's the thing. Like she
I
thinks,
feel
oh my
like
god, he came back as
Liberty.
the best.
I feel like Liberty's so naive and trusting that she's always willing to trust whatever Jake says,
Yeah. Oh, with
as
100%.
opposed to a new person that comes in.
Yeah. I just love how they're
But
all like, all the girls are slagging off how the boys kept saying it was a lad's holiday, but I'm pretty sure all the
yeah,
lads probably said it once, and Jake probably said it more than 10 times.
yeah. Enough about Lynn. Let's
Let's
go
move
into
on.
our
Let's move on to Tyler, dude.
to now. Let's move on to Teddy. We can
Okay. We'll do Tyler Larson. He's the more gossipy one. Teddy.
before we
Oh,
start off, dude, that last Teddy's my guy.
oh
Uh,
God.
Teddy's my guy. Like
Oh
hey man,
no, I'm
he's such a
sad.
beautiful human, dude. Like his smile,
Oh
holy
yeah.
shit. Like all the islanders that come to the villa are hot, but Teddy's smile is so beautiful, dude.
Oh my
Like
God.
honestly,
He's so like gentle, but also can
yeah,
cop bants. Like, yeah, he's probably
yeah,
not the funniest guy in the world, but like, fuck, he's just a nice
dude.
guy.
Okay, the whole thing is Teddy, the Love Island concept. Teddy kissed someone in a challenge, or not in a game
And
of truth or dare.
which is a game,
Um,
which I completely
game,
agree
yeah,
with him with.
yeah, fair enough. All right, and then Teddy comes home, comes back to Casa more single. Chloe has coupled up with one of the new boys because the producers sent a postcard of Teddy kissing that girl in the challenge, which I think was a dog act by the producers, and I don't agree with that. But so in conclusion, Chloe's coupled up with someone new one. Teddy walked in by himself. Teddy is now single.
I mean,
Chloe had some.
Faye.
Sorry, not Chloe. Faye. They're both the same person to me. Um, Faye coupled up with new one. Teddy tried to explain herself. Faye didn't take it. Faye was just being her usual self,
Yep.
a bit bitchy.
Like, oh, how am I supposed to know
Um,
it's a game?
oh, well, you didn't know, did you? I like that. I like
I
that. I
love
like that
that
Teddy
fucking
has
response.
balls.
He's the only guy who knows how to fucking speak. Like, other guys don't know how to defend themselves. They get into a situation, and I'll talk about this in a second with Tyler, where they don't know how to explain themselves properly, and they just stutter, and they look like fucking idiots. God, they frustrate me.
Okay,
But anyway, yeah. Teddy,
so
big up.
yeah, so then Teddy and Faye had a little bit of a spat, but I think at the end of the day, Faye realized there was a bit of like bitchy words going about Faye, but that's just her personality. She's just strong and aggressive.
Yeah.
Um,
I really think
and
Teddy can do
then
better than Faye, though. I really do. Like,
did
I
you
don't.
did you
I'm not. I,
did you see that dress at the end of the last episode?
yeah, I don't
Faye
know,
was full.
dude.
I was like, yeah, fair enough. And
It's
then
fake.
uh, I think I've grown a lot more. I've grown a lot more to like Faye than
I
I did at
did
the start of
until
it.
the way she treated him, and then I don't want to know
But the
about it.
thing is, like, and then Teddy and Faye had a conversation straight after Casa, and then as soon as that conversation happened, I feel like Faye realized that she fucked up in her reaction and how she acted.
Without doubt, she
And
said that. She said that too.
yeah,
But
And
She
then
said that he fucked up as well. I don't agree with that in the slightest. And she's saying that she wouldn't have done the same in a truth or dare. Get absolutely fucked, you wouldn't have. I'm sorry, you would have. There's no way. I know this is another thing that's contradicting myself about what they may or may not have done. I'm about 85% sure.
You just said don't.
Don't
It's tough.
assume. But
Don't
she's saying
assume, but
she
you just
wouldn't have.
assume.
But
You said,
I am heavily assuming. Obviously, can't say she's not, and she's saying she wouldn't have. So fair play to her. But to me, she didn't hesitate one bit in the challenge. So why is a game different? Like I don't understand.
I feel it's the same. It's the same concept as like what's that? Snog, marry, pie. That challenge where you don't really snog, you give them a peck. So he could have done that. Like in
She didn't
faith
know. She didn't know if he just pecked. If it was just like a peck, because in the photo it doesn't
I
show
was
that.
on the photo it shows a snog.
Well, it just shows a kiss, dude. How do you know that wasn't just a?
Dude, a peck and a snog is you can tell the difference from.
Well, a peck is
from
obviously. I mean, like, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it was a snog, so you're right.
Yeah, but so that happened, and then at the end of the episode, Faye and Teddy rekindle. I believe they
And that
rekindle.
was a passionate kiss too. They had on the.
And that was so smooth by Teddy.
Damn, Teddy is a smooth guy. Hey,
Teddy is smooth, man.
he is really falling for her, but hey, he is well and truly.
And I think if they couple up, like if they last the whole event, I think they have a good shot of winning the whole thing. I really do.
I'm
I
half
think they
with
have
you.
a really
I'm half
good
with
shot.
you. Yeah. I think before this whole shit went down, I think they were no hope in hell of winning. Because people were on the borderline with Faye, that she had a stand, she had a not, and not many people. It's the same with Aaron.
On Teddy's.
Like it was like everyone liked him. Like most people liked Aaron, most people liked Teddy, but they weren't like, oh, I'm gonna go out and make sure he stays in. But now, the way whole that went down, everybody loves Teddy. So it's like he now has a big backing.
And I think everyone likes Faye for the reason that she and the fact that she was like, yeah, I did a mistake, and then she rekindled.
Yeah.
If she had made, if she had let it dragged on maybe a day or an extra day, she would have been like, nah, not in it. But the fact that she rekindled the very next day, I was like, yeah, okay, she might have got some fans from it.
For sure. Props to her for that too. Definitely.
Now,
onto the next juicy one. God, there's so much juice in this Casa Amor, I tell you what. Next one.
Okay, before we start, I think I'm gonna have a hard time arguing with you in this because I'm not very good at debating. But
that's all
we'll
right.
see what happens
Mate, I'll let you.
We'll see what happens here.
I'll try and understand your point of view. Okay. Would you like me to go first this time?
You can explain the story,
and you can argue my points.
Okay.
All right. So, we didn't even get to introduce to Tyler last time we had a podcast.
Who I can say is a beautiful human as well.
Oh, he's so good looking. Good looking bloke. Very good looking bloke. And he came in and went bang straight on to Kaz. He was only interested in Kaz out of all the people that were in the villa. And Kaz was on her own, so it was bloody brilliant. Came in, swept her off her feet, and then they coupled up. Now, I think it was 48 hours later, 72 hours later. I think it was 3 days.
4 days. 4 days.
4 days.
Because he said 4 days, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. So 4 days after was it recoupling or 4 days after he came into the villa?
4
days
like
it was 4 days after he came in the villa, not recoupling. But I'm pretty sure recoupling was
4
that
days.
night. So it was pretty
4
much
days
3 4 days
after he had known Kaz. Yeah, 4 days.
Yeah. Casa Amor happened. Now, they were very much going well. They were sailing quite well. They pretty much both reassured each other that their heads weren't going to turn.
Yep.
Funny that. Now, we'll see Kaz's story first. Kaz was very much held true to what she said, so fair play to her. She didn't get to know any of the guys at all until the last day. Meanwhile, Tyler, on the other hand, was very similar to Liam in that first day or two, where
Yeah.
he slept in the bed with someone, and then
I feel like
who's now
I feel
is
like Tyler
Hugo's
was.
missus, by the way.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Oh, very weird.
Yeah.
And we
I
need to
feel
talk
like
about that
Tyler
too.
was a lot. I feel like Tyler was a lot more conservative than Liam was on the first day.
I agree. He was very much like, "Oh, we'll chat," and then the girls was the one that asked him if they wanted to sleep in his bed, and he's like, "Yeah, all right,"
Yeah.
sort of thing. Like,
Yeah.
fine. The first night, nothing happened with that other girl. I just don't think he was really that interested, to be fair.
Mhm.
Went by. The other girl, then became interested in Hugo. We'll go through that in a second too. Then he started talking to this other chick. What's her name again?
Clarice.
Reese. Lovely girl. Got a few tats. Bit of him, in my
She's
opinion.
funny.
She's a
She's
funny
fine.
girl.
She's
That's
funny.
yeah. I think she was a good girl all round. Now, obviously,
Yeah.
this was quite attracting to Tyler. And it came to that nighttime again, where they decided to sleep in the same bed together. Now, this night, he was very much more on the cuddly side of things, where they were spooning and having chats, having bed pillow talk. The next day comes around, they're chatting even more and more and more, and she's sort of flirting with him, and he's now properly flirting with her. But at this point, I'm going to say again, fucking dickhead, what's his name?
Jake.
Fucking Jake was in his ear too. Got to give it 100%, dude. You don't know what's going to happen if you don't want to regret anything. You want to test it just in case you know that the Kaz or in this case Kaz is the right one for you. Fucking etc. Since day one they're in there. Comes to pretty much day 3 out of the 4 days. That night they get it on pretty much. They had a good little make-out sesh in the I don't know if it was a make-out sesh, but it looked like it was a make-out sesh. So I don't know, maybe it was like
It was a makeout session. They were there. Yeah, it was a makeout session. They were under the
or
covers.
at least a good snog.
Yeah.
Then obviously the next day the photo came out, the postcard with him kissing
Yep.
girl in bed. That was the main issue.
Yep.
It was not even in the thing. Obviously, rightfully so, Kaz is fucked off because she feels like, he's betrayed her. She cracks on, and within the next 24 hours, kisses old mate. God, I'm so bad with names.
Maddie.
What's his? Maddie, that's it, Matthew.
Maddie.
And has a good old kiss with Matthew. So fair play to her, good on her. Now, this is where I am going to sway. Obviously, I feel for Kaz, and I'm with Kaz when it comes to what he did. Okay? So they come back into the villa, and he chooses Clarice. Clarice?
Yep.
And she chooses Matthew. Happy days. He would have been fucking relieved for that about 15 seconds that he saw her with another guy until he saw her reaction on her face when he walked in with a girl. Now, when it comes to what happened when they were talking in the couple up, I just personally think that he doesn't know how to defend himself properly. And I think
Because he's
as such a dominant, she would be such a good debater, it's fucked. Every guy that has been with Kaz, no matter what, obviously I think she's been in the right all the time, which obviously makes it easy to argue. But
yeah.
I think that she has such a good chat and is so quick-witted that it helps her in any scenario that she is in. Now, to defend Tyler, now it goes to this chat that they had later on where Kaz pretty much tears him a new asshole, and he literally says that as his words, about what he did. And he couldn't give her a reason why he cracked on with her and wasn't loyal to her. And she calls him out and says that you were not genuine and you are playing a game. That's where I disagree.
I agree with that. I don't think he was playing a game. I think because if he was playing a game, he would have come back to Kaz. That's what I believe.
I agree with it because he knows he could win her.
But I do think that the part about Kaz saying you're not genuine. I feel like there's some truth about it because when he came into the light, he said my head's not gonna turn. I'm gonna be with obviously you're gonna take it with a grain of salt because it's guys who've been fuckboys for their entire lives. But
Yeah, of
he
course.
comes in, he said, my head's not gonna turn, I'm only for you, and then he goes to Casa Amor and his head gets turned and he comes back.
Yeah.
So I do feel that there's a bit of truth to what Kaz said. But she has the right to think that, well, he said one thing, but he did another thing to what he
Yep.
said to me. So I get the point of Kaz feeling, all right, I understand where Kaz is coming from.
Yeah. I know. I do as well.
And
I do as well. For sure.
and to be fair, even if Kaz said, well, why'd your head get turned? He could have said, oh, because Jake and the boys told me to give it
But he
100%.
did
Even if
hint
he,
at that. He did hint at that, and
yeah,
he obviously one didn't want to throw the boys under the bus, and two she
but
came back
even
and said you shouldn't get manipulated by the boys, and I agree with
that's
that. That's so
true.
fair. That's fair.
That's
That's what I
true.
said about
Okay,
Liam. I said
that's
the same
fair.
thing about Liam, but the
That's
problem
fair.
is you can't like obviously that's such a fair point by her, and I completely agree with her for that. But in his shoes, I feel bad for him slightly because he was manipulated by Jake. That happened. So
Yeah,
like, and I know he should be stronger, and I know he shouldn't say that, but you weren't that she wasn't in that scenario that he was in, where a guy came in and was 100% interested in her and laid it on her. All the guys gave her space. They pretty much waited to see what happened, and then once all this drama
yeah,
came out, they're like, "Hey, we're in now," and they went for her. Meanwhile, all the
yeah,
girls had nothing to lose, and they went for the guys. Like, oh yeah,
yeah.
like with the whole Liam situation. Oh, can I sleep in your bed? And I can do this. Can I do this? Like, they fucking went for it. So it's like, I just don't think she had the same like
But the
test
thing
as what
is,
he did.
and I do believe that the only reason she coupled up with Maddie was because she found that postcard from the producers.
Yeah,
If
without a
that
doubt.
postcard hadn't come, she would have been standing there waiting for uh, Tyler to come out with Clarice, and then I would have been like 100% on Kaz's side.
100%. Completely agree. Now
And
this is where
and I
sorry, keep going.
and to be honest, I think Kaz only coupled that with Maddie just to be safe and not
Just in
feel
case, yeah.
vulnerable as being a single.
And not
And
getting mugged
to be,
off.
if I was in her position, I would have said yes. I would have done the exact same thing
Yep,
because
I
I
think
don't
so
want to get
too.
kicked off a show
Yep.
that's giving me free food, free internet for whatever, and in the sun every time, right?
Yep.
So
No, I agree.
overall, in if this happened on the outside, I would 100% be on Kaz's fault,
I
Kaz's
would as
side.
well, but you got to remember, dude, this is not the normal fucking life. You don't just leave the
But
partner that you're with for 4 days straight and be surrounded by women that are hot as
well,
hell. Let's be
I
real.
mean, it's a
It just
lad's
doesn't.
holiday. Lad's
Oh
holiday. It's a
God,
lad's holiday.
fuck!
It's a lad's
Shoot
holiday.
me, shoot
Lad's
me out.
holiday.
So this is what I've got to say. I completely agree with you. I don't think she would have coupled her. I don't think she even would have given anyone the time of day. So
Yeah,
fair play to her with that. But all she's okay. So to fair, she saw him in bed kissing someone. Good on you. She from
yeah.
that went fuck him. He's done pretty much.
She,
But
and she
for
and she
her
was
to
really
move
she
on
was really
so,
upset from it.
but for her to move on so quickly and kiss someone within the same day, in the same
Oh,
day, dude,
dude,
that shows me.
that was just a rebound. That was honest.
But
Honestly, I
is
feel
she
like
still
Maddie
rebounding right
is
now? I think she
yes.
has a good connection with
I
Maddie.
I don't. I think she's only doing it just because
Mate,
it's a rebound. I don't
I'm
think
nearly
he
ready to
has.
bet. I'm nearly ready to have like I'm gonna bet on him to win. He's paying $9 to win, and I'm gonna probably throw some money at that because I think they're gonna win.
I see. I don't believe it. The only way they can win if it's because of like a Greg and Amber situation where they feel bad for Kaz and they vote Matt along as well.
Well, that's exactly what it
I
is, man.
think.
Kaz has so many stands, man. It is
But the
ridiculous.
thing is, I don't see any connection. I think Kaz this is just a complete rebound
See, but that means I feel
thing for
bad for then.
Kaz.
I feel bad for Matt then because then he's getting led on. See, that's the problem,
I
dude.
mean-
Like, I understand, but you don't do that to someone else, dude. So she's not a completely innocent bystander, in my opinion. You don't just fucking do
Then
it
would it
because you're leading
then
someone.
would
That's
you
leading someone on.
be then would you be all right if Kaz was single and Tyler and Clarice came back by themselves?
The thing is, that would have given her a lot more firepower, in my opinion, and that would have showed to the world what a dick Tyler was. But for her to pick someone else just in case, I think that shows that she's half
But
interested
that's-
in the game of Love Island and half interested in the thing rather than being 100%.
That's exactly what Faye did, though.
I know.
But the thing, like,
And I don't agree with
it's
Faye
totally
either by
different.
doing that. I think that's a dick move again. I completely agree. She needs to stick to her guns. If she really liked him, and even if he saw what he did, and she's like, all right, let's see him come. Maybe not Tyler's situation because he was in bed kissing someone. That's completely different. That's why I feel like Faye was an overreaction. It was someone just a kiss, and she had to assume different things. That's what I thought.
But what's different is the fact that Tyler had given the word basically and told, my head's not going to turn. You're what I came for. And then the minute
Maybe not
he's
the
been
minutes,
outside of Love Island minute, the day out of Kaz's eyesight, he cracks on with someone else.
Right.
And from Kaz's point of view, I can see the fact that she feels very betrayed and just feels very angry and just upset about it. Which she was when she saw the picture. And then that's why I feel like it's such a rebound.
Look, I completely agree. I think he is. I think he probably is a rebound, but I think he's such a nice guy and he suits her so well that she will actually come around to him as the time goes on. She'll go, actually, it's actually really nice.
If she does come around, I'm like, fair play. All right,
I agree.
all right.
But if she doesn't, dude, I think that's bad for her. I don't think you deserve to have a rebound person. Like, I'm gonna feel bad for Sam if Faye goes back with Teddy. And I'm going to feel bad for Matthew they're not going to be back together, but I'm going to feel bad for Matthew if she ends up ditching him and say, like, I'm not really that interested. I'm really going to feel bad for them because they don't deserve that, dude. They were there for... And they're genuinely interested.
I'm happy with where Cass is at the moment compared to where Abby is. If there's one person I feel really, like, really, really, really bad for, it's Abby. That's like I'm Kaz, fine, fair enough. You got it. I see her point of view. She feels betrayed. She was like, fuck it. If the guy who told me that he was only here for me hooks up with another guy, I'm just gonna go and just try and make connection with the first guy that likes me, basically.
Yep.
Approaches me. To be fair, it worked out. Or it looks like it worked out. Like, it looks like it worked out a lot better than what Chloe and Dale did. Oh, dude, that's another fucking weird situation.
We'll go in that in a second too. I'm not done talking about this one yet. I've just got one more thing to say.
But yeah, I mean, I'm totally on board with that cast, and I feel like if you had one or two people, the whole like situation this has happened is because of Tyler. Because Tyler was the first person to be. Tyler was the person who kissed in bed, and that's how Cass got in the situation.
Mate, I'm not saying like that's not. It's 100% his fault. Fucking without a doubt. But this is what I think. When he sat down with her and talked, and she pretty much shat all over him. This is what he needed to say because I think this is what he was trying to say. Look, I didn't expect my head to turn, and I was being 100%, because he was saying I was being genuine with you, and she said, well, obviously not. I think he definitely was. I think he's telling the truth that he was 100% interested in her, and he thought at that moment his head could not turn. He went into the villa. He, in the first day, like he said, pretty much did nothing. Another girl slept in his bed, but they hardly talked, and she asked him, and he said, yeah, all right, which I think he told the truth. This is where he fucked up. He couldn't come up with a reason why he chose her. This is what he should have said, and I think this is what he meant to say. Look, I got to where the position I was, and I felt like I actually had a more genuine connection with this other girl. I didn't think it could happen, but it did, and I feel like she is a bit more of me than what I thought we were. And I'm sorry it had to come out like that, and I'm sorry that's what it was, but this is Love Island, and I have to try and find love as well as you, and I think she is more a bit of me than you. Savage, but that's what he needed to say. He found someone that he's more interested in than Kaz.
And that's fine.
Boom.
And Kaz has a right to be mad about that. I feel
No,
like she has a
but
right
the
to
thing
be
is,
mad about that.
See, yes and no, but the thing is, she's now thinking, rightfully so. This is why I'm so mad at Tyler for, because that's why, and I feel bad for him because he can't articulate his words properly. Obviously, he doesn't know what the fuck he's saying. Where she's like, he completely fucked me over. He wasn't interested in me in the beginning. He pretty much played the game, and here we are, and I've been absolutely fucked over, which she has been. And the way he explained it, without a doubt, she has been. But he was trying to say that he was more interested in another girl that he didn't think was going to happen. She would have said, well, you fucked me over, and then he would have been like, well, I'm sorry. And that would have been it. What else could she have said? If he said it would have showed that he was genuine.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Okay, that part I understand. That part I get. Like Tyler fucked up.
That's the only part where I think Tyler did, like, where I could defend Tyler. The rest of it, I'm with 100% with
I see the point. I see the point in someone being angry when someone they're attracted to say, oh, they were in a connection which says,
yeah,
I don't find a connection with you. I find a connection with someone better than you. And I get the point of Kaz being angry at that, saying, I mean, I feel like it's a fair reaction when someone to get mad at someone when
with
they
the
say
reaction she had to Tyler with what he said, I 100% agree. I just feel bad for Tyler because I know that's not. He wanted to say more than what he did, and what he said was not what he wanted to say. And she was literally running over the top of him, and every time he opened his mouth, he was digging a bigger hole for himself because he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's why I felt bad. I was like, "Fuck, dude, you're just saying everything the wrong way. Like, he's coming across so bad." And I'm like, all you have to say is you just have a better connection with her, and I'm sorry. Like, that's all you have to say. And that would have been, at least she would have known. She just thinks that he's completely fucked her over and he's played the game. Which, rightfully so, she has all right to think that because he didn't fucking say anything differently. But I just feel like he just doesn't know. None of them know how to bar Teddy. Teddy's the only one who knows how to stand up for himself and say something for himself.
And, I got another thing about Teddy, but I'll put that in my segment at the end, but that's fine.
Okay. Fuck.
All right.
Anyway, we'll move on from that.
We move on to our favorite boy, Toby.
The goat. Toby the goat.
My little cousin.
Oh, God, what a guy. Literally, he's made this show what it is for me, to be honest. Like, there's been a lot more drama, and the whole Liam drama is fucking great as well. Like, I do feel bad for Millie, but Tyler's situation is just so funny to me.
Toby's, you mean?
Sorry, not Tyler's. Toby's, yeah. Apologies. Fucking everyone's a T.
So, 2 days before Casa and Amor, Toby breaks it off with Chloe, and there was a massive fight or a blow up, basically.
Yep.
And he couples up with a really nice girl in Abby. I think she's really nice. I find
this is what my initial results were. I think she's really slaggy. I think she would be like a stripper on the outside. That's what I thought of her initially. Now, obviously, I don't think that now, but I mean, for days on end, even at Casa and Amor, I just got such bad vibes. I'm like,
I didn't.
She's disgusting. Like, in my head, I'm like, she is so, like, it's just a look with the tats and, like, my missus thought the same thing. We're both like, she's just so slaggy. And I was talking to other guys about it, and they're all like, she did have that vibe. I apologize for saying that because as the days goes on, and the missus says this as well, like, she's probably nearly one of my favorite girls now because she's genuinely nice.
When she first walked in, I found her attractive, and I was like, oh. And then when she talked, I was like, oh, she's really nice, and she's very.
Well, I'm glad you had that
like,
with her because not many people
sunk. Did. I was like, oh, I feel like she could. I feel like she could be really quiet on the background.
Yeah.
But she could be really nice with someone, and so I was like, oh, fair enough. But the minute Toby went away to Casa Amor, I was like, he's not coming back alone, is he?
No,
Like
they're literally the same vibes.
I knew he wasn't coming back alone. So I thought he would couple up with the Irish DJ, and he didn't. He coupled up with the other blonde girls, Mary.
Yeah, Mary.
Who
Mary.
I'm not a big fan of.
Mary. I think
I'm
she's
not a big
alright,
fan of
but it's
Mary.
not like she's like just another
She's
girl,
very-
in my opinion.
She's very basic.
Very basic. Like, no offense to her.
And-
I think it's probably just the show because she hasn't had any airtime. So
Yeah,
it's like how can you like her that much? Like,
Yeah.
she's probably lovely.
very
but
basic. Very
just
basic. Yeah.
basic for the show. Entertainment purposes, basic.
And once again, Toby's just on a lad's holiday, as
He
told
just
by
doesn't know
Jake.
what the fuck is going on. And when he
He
comes
just
back
follows
in,
his big brother Jake,
oh god!
and
When he comes back in and sees that she's with nobody, he's like, "Uh oh,
I fucked up.
I fucked up."
And then he's just like, I, I like to say I like to live with no regret, but I regret
I
it.
regret this one, and then I'm like,
I regret
"Oh
this
no,
one." I'm like,
you didn't say
good.
that.
Good.
You fucked it." And he's in
And
such
to
a
be
bad
honest,
position where Mary doesn't want to get mugged off, and she's more of a heavy personality than what Abby is. Abby is
he's
overly nice, and somehow, even though he's gone and slept in the same bed and made out with his chick multiple times, not mad at all by the looks of it, just disappointed and heartbroken,
Yeah.
but willing to get back with him. What kind of girl is that, for one? I
and,
feel like she's going to be very heartbroken all the time, sadly.
and Toby is in such a unique position because the four girls he's coupled up with or had connections with are all in the villa at the
At one
same
time.
time.
Oh, it
Like,
hurts.
It's such a unique position for Toby to be in. That is so. It's quality TV. It's very quality TV. And
Yeah.
in the last episode, when the girls were getting ready for that dinner scene, that every night they get dressed up. So when they get dressed up, there's a small like cut to Chloe putting the makeup on in the camera, and it was like Toby though. And I was like, hang on, Chloe.
Because Millie was talking about like, oh, this whole situation doesn't make me like less attractive to Liam, and then she's like, yeah, when Toby walked in though, and I was like, oh, maybe he's just like, because you can still be like attracted, like you can still find him hot.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you don't find him hot anymore. So I'm like, oh yeah, fair enough. Didn't really take much from that. And then as the episode goes on, like it just looks like Toby's trying to decide between who he wants to go with, either Mary or Abby, because I feel like he's very much wants Abby, but he's in a situation now. He's like, well, for fuck's sake, I don't want to fuck off another girl in this house, and she has to stay around.
Yeah.
And then at the very end of the episode, which I could not stop laughing for probably a minute, where he's like, I'm really into like I don't know who to go with either.
So he said, I'm currently coupled up with Mary. My mind is saying my mind says Mary. My mind says to couple up with my mind says couple up with Abby, but in my heart I want Chloe.
I was like, no, he didn't just say that.
You did, nah, man. Like, what are you doing?
I can't believe it. I was like, no fucking way. And to be honest, I'm not even mad.
I'm like,
I sort of wouldn't even mind if that happened. Like,
I was like, no, I would, because I like Abby. I was like, I would, but I think Abby. Oh, we get into our predictions later, but that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think. I don't think Chloe would take him back after what all happened, and especially what he's now done to Abby and what he's going to do to.
Aaron.
Yeah, I think she's smarter than that, and she's going to say, look, you had your chance, you fucked it up, and look what you've done to 2 other girls. Why would I ever trust you? So I think, I don't think it's going to happen, but fuck, that is hilarious. I was like, mate, you are literally a man in a candy shop, and you don't know what is left from right. You don't understand what's going on. The man is a child. He might be like 21, but he's really like 18 and has never seen a girl in his life. That's the vibe I'm getting from him. He's just like, I can't believe all these girls have been interested in me in one time, in the space of like a month.
Yeah.
Well, poor bloke. But anyway, that's so funny. I can't wait to see what happens with that and see if he talks to Chloe about it. because that would be hilarious. Now, moving on to probably our last one before we get into our predictions.
Well, I mean,
Hugo.
we can keep this short. We can keep this short and
Yeah,
sweet.
Hugo's pretty short and sweet. He
He goes
had
into
a few.
Casa Amor as the
That's it. No one really connected before that. Had the girls coupled up with Chloe for a friendship basis. Goes into Casa Amor, and
only single guy there,
as
and
the
the
only
only
single
like a
guy.
connection.
That's it. Tries to get a connection with this one girl, but she seems to be interested in Liam at the beginning. Not
No,
Liam, sorry, Tyler. At the
Tyler,
beginning.
yeah.
And then right now she's saying, "Oh my god, since the day we locked eyes, like I just had a feeling for him." I'm like, mate, you literally slept in the same bed as Tyler on the first day. What are you fucking going on about?
That was weird to me, but
She's fake in my opinion right now. But
she's
we'll see.
fake. But there was a lot of undercover action going on in their bed
Yeah, there
in
was. Yeah.
Casa Amor,
Yeah. Yeah.
which I think we both know that this is gonna go.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a classic
again on the
Greg and
show.
Emma situation. Couple up with Hugo to try and make their way into the villa, and then when some other new boy comes in,
Facts.
might try and make a move on her. If nothing happens, we'll just probably ride it up with Hugo.
Yeah. I completely agree. Poor old Hugo is gonna get slagged off again, poor guy, I think. But
Yeah.
fair play, he's found somebody he's interested in at least. That's tick one. At least he's got that far.
Yeah.
So, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much what's happened with them. I don't think it's gonna last. It's gonna be sad. But anyway,
Yeah.
sad stuff. Sad stuff. Should we hop into our predictions now, mate, of what we think?
Predictions.
Should we say like what do you want to make our predictions in? Like what's going to be happening with couples, or maybe just like a couple, like our top 3 main predictions for the next week of what might happen? Like, it's pretty far away from a recoupling. I think they've got to introduce more people in and stuff like that.
Are they? There's gonna be so many people in the villa. All right.
Well, that's only just been a recoupling,
Yeah.
dude. So it's probably going to be like another week at least. So
No, there'll be a dumping. I feel like there'll be a dumping pretty soon, though. 'Cause there's too many people to feed inside the villa, so they'll probably
that's
do
true.
a couple
I think it
of
will be
days.
a dumping. And
I
all right.
think, and I
Well, if
think
it's going to be
the
a
girls
dumping,
will
who would you
choose.
go?
So the girls will choose.
Yep. And
Because
I
there's
think I know who
more
it's like.
boys there.
Yep.
So we'll go for, I mean, the safeties are Lib and Jake, even though I hate it so much that they're coupled up
Yeah,
together.
they're safe. Yeah.
I think Hugo and Amy are quite safe for the moment.
Yep. Agreed.
Um,
I think Chloe and
Faye and
Turboy is
Teddy.
safe.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I'll bring it up in a moment as well. Chloe and Dale. Actually, no. I don't think Chloe and Dale might be together. I think it'll be. So I think Mary and Toby, yes.
They're going to be safe.
I think Mary and Toby might be safe.
I disagree.
I feel like Toby and Chloe or Toby and Mary. It's not going to be Toby and Abby because I want to see. I think Abby and Dale make a good couple because they both have tats. They're both quite like
Instant
instant attraction kind of people.
Yeah, that's fair. I disagree, but you continue and I'll say what I think.
Faye and Teddy together. I feel like yep.
Yep. Yeah, I think they will.
Faye and Teddy. Clarice. I think Clarice and Tyler, Kaz and Maddie.
Are you doing a recoupling right now? It's just going to be elimination, I think, dude.
Yeah, but I think Sam's going to be knocked out.
You think Sam's going to go?
Yeah,
No, I'm going to disagree with you, dude. I'm going to disagree with you.
And who do you think's going to be knocked out?
I think Toby's going to be knocked out. Personally, because I think he's going to try and go for he's going to try and go for Abby, but and also try and talk to Chloe on the side. Chloe's going to report back to Abby that he's also said he's interested in me. They're all going to be pretty pissed off. It's going to come to voting, and they're all going to go, look, at the end of the day, he's pretty much fucked off 4 of us. Look, he's had his time on here. He obviously doesn't know what he wants. Goodbye.
I feel like
think he's gone, dude.
charming.
I think he's gone. I
feel like it's too charming to be get.
The problem is Sam hasn't had his chance. I just feel like they won't eliminate another one because they haven't had a chance. Because last time they eliminated people didn't have a chance was because there were stronger people in the house and they were really good friends with them. No one's really
excuse
good
me.
friends out of the girls with Toby.
What
Who's
about
really good
what
friends?
about what about Shannon? They never gave her a single chance. They kicked her off a day into Love Island.
Okay, who else were they going to kick off, dude?
But they
But you
shouldn't
know
have
what? They're all
kicked
a
off
day early,
anyone.
mate. They're all within their one day. Anyone would have got kicked off there within one
No,
day.
I'm still so mad about Shannon still.
I completely agree, dude. She
But
was boring, and I could definitely see what was
what?
happening on there. But who kicked her out? Was
No,
it the contestants? It wasn't, was it? It was the audience, right?
no, no. It was a coupling, and she didn't get coupled up.
Oh, she didn't get coupled up. Well, that's that, dude. That happens.
Yeah,
But this is not going to be a
the
couple
girl,
ups thing.
the
I
girl.
think it's going to be like you said, everyone's going to vote for their favorite couple, and then the couple that doesn't have the couple that has the
Oh,
least amount goes the thing, and then it's going to be split up. And who are they going to vote out? I think they're going to
I
vote
thought it
out.
was going to be a recoupling. I thought it was
No,
going to be a
dude, the
recoupling.
recoupling I
With
feel like it's
people
going to be like a
feeling.
week away, man. They only just came back from Casa Amor.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, if it's a dumping, then
I
I,
think Toby's out the door, my friend. I think they're going to give because it's going to be like you said. There's more boys than girls. I
if
think
it's
they're
going
going to
to be a
give the girl
dumping,
a chance.
I have a weird situation that Liam might get dumped on.
Ah, see, I wouldn't. That's the other one. That's what I think. I think it's going to be one of the OGs, dude. I don't think it's going to be one of the new boys because I feel like they haven't had a chance, and that's where the
Liam, or maybe
girls are going to think about.
I think Tyler is safe for now. I think
Yeah.
Tyler's a bit
No,
safe.
I agree because he's with someone.
I, I think
He's solid with
it's
someone.
with Liam and Toby. Even though if it's going to be a dumping, I think like if it's going to be a couple vote off, I think Jake might be a good shot as well. But I think Liberty has too many fans that they won't allow her to get in the
Yeah,
bottom
no,
two.
God, no. I completely
And
agree.
even if they do get into the bottom two couple, Jasmine would say, "Hang on a minute, Liam and Jake and Liberty are the only people who are coupled up as boyfriend and girlfriend. We can't possibly send them home.
Yeah,
They're not going to get sent home now, even
no,
though I'd like to see that happen. But
agreed.
unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately, this can't happen. So, but yeah, no, I agree. I just feel like if I had to pick one guy that's going to go home, I'm going to say Toby, even though Liam is probably more likely to. I just think Toby is going
Because
to fuck off
who
all
would
those
you
girls in one go.
who'd you like more out of the boy? Toby or Liam? Which one?
That's really hard. I'd probably Liam is more boring than Toby, but Toby has had so many chances on here. But in saying that, he's entertaining because it's fucking hilarious to laugh at him because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
I feel
I
like
don't know,
no,
dude.
I
They're
honestly
very
feel
even to
like
me. They're very even to me, to be honest.
I feel like Toby is the most genuine person in the villa. As dumb as that may sound,
No, you're dumb.
I genuinely believe that Toby feels like he's trying to make everyone happy.
Oh, he's trying to, but he's not doing that. Because he's stupid. He doesn't know what he
So
wants. He might be
in his
genuine, dude, but he
mind,
doesn't know what the fuck he wants. So
in
that's
his
not.
mind, he's so innocent that his mind is just like, oh,
He's
I
got to
don't
be
want to
one of
make
the
them
worst
angry.
talkers
I'm
I've
gonna.
ever seen.
Oh yeah, oh
He
yeah.
just doesn't know how to talk. He doesn't know how to explain himself. Like he was way worse than Tyler in the scenarios he's been in. Like he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He's like, "Oh, have you got anything to say?" And then they're like, "Well, don't you have something to say?" And he's like, "Oh, what?"
Uh, Before we let
Anyway,
this ramble on long, any other predictions from you, Dali?
okay, I'm gonna say, yep, Toby's off. If it's gonna be a girl, I'm probably gonna say the girl that Toby's with right now. If it's a double elimination, it's gonna be both of them.
Yeah,
Um,
I think Mary should be kicked out because
yeah,
she brings nothing to the villa.
yeah. So I'm gonna say those two. If it's a two, if it's one and one of the boys, it's Toby. If it's one and somehow it's a girl, it's gonna be the
It's
other
Marie.
Mary. Um, I'm going to say that Kaz and the boy that she's with are going to be with each other till the end of the series. Matthew. Kaz and Matthew.
I just
I
feel
don't,
like
I
Matthew
don't think there's
doesn't.
going to be
Matthew
another
doesn't.
girl or another boy that comes in that's going to sway them. I think they're going to be strong. And I think they're going to be, you know what? I'm going to say it, a top three couple. I think they're going to be the top
Oof.
three.
Okay.
Remember this moment.
Fair. All right. I mean, if they are coupled up, it'll be hard. If they do stay coupled up, I feel like it'll be hard to push Kaz out of the top 3, no matter who
Yep.
she's coupled up with.
Correct. That's exactly
But-
right. I would even say to win, but it's up to how the Liberty fans go.
They won't win. Kaz won't win. Kaz won't
I'm
win.
tempted. I'm really tempted to bet on it. You know that I don't know what the hell Sportsbet doing, dude. Liam is 3rd favorite to win, and Millie is 2nd favorite to win. I'm like, are they
So
blind? Have they
They must
not?
be.
Have they watched the show?
Yeah.
I'm like, even if they get back together, they're not going to win because everyone doesn't like Liam.
I kind of, this is kind of like a hope as opposed to prediction, but I feel like the public headline or Twitter challenge is going to come up pretty soon.
Yeah,
And they're going to go off on Jake.
I hope so.
And I
because
hope
they should have gone off on him before with him kissing a girl in a challenge. Instead, they didn't even put that photo up. That makes me feel like the show want them to win, dude.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if
And
they don't fuck him over.
so and I kind of want Liberty to stand their ground. Just believe. I don't know. Just try and make it interesting with. Or producers try and do something with Jake and Liberty, like you did something with Teddy and Faye. You know.
And way back with the other girls.
That's my prediction.
God, imagine if one of the headlines, dude, is it's a lad's holiday. You got to give it 100%, and it's like, who said this? That would be beautiful. Toby? No, it was Jake. What? Oh, that would be beautiful.
All right. To my moment of moments, because it's been a while.
It has been. What's
2
the name
moments. But my
name of the segment
observation
again?
of the week.
Observation
of moment of the
It's
week.
been
One
so
of the two,
long.
all right.
Forgot.
I could have picked a heap, but I've got 2.
Okay, go for it.
One runner-up is Teddy when he came back to Casa, was single, went to bed on the outside bed, and he woke up, and on the 2 beds opposite him was Hugo and Amy, and Toby and Mary. And the girls asked, "Oh, how are you feeling, Teddy? What are you doing today? What's your plan?" And then Teddy was like, "I don't know what my plan is. I can come and chat up to you, or hit up you, Mary, or hit up you, Amy, right in front of Hugo and Toby." And I was like, Teddy's a man. Teddy's got balls to stand on that and just go on about that. I was like, good chat, Teddy. Ready to go.
Oh, that's the way.
That's observation 1.
Hey.
And my winner.
Oh.
The biggest observation or the biggest funniest thing, in my opinion, one of the funniest things was, so Dale's been talking up Chloe, and Chloe's chatting up Dale, and there seems to be a genuine connection, right? And on the last day, Dale's like, "I don't really want to sleep on your bed because I'm kind of chatting up Faye,
God.
but I don't know if that's going to happen." And I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Dude."
He secured the bag. Was also then giving the bag back again.
What are you doing? You managed to chat up the only single girl there that all other 5 guys were going up to. You did that. You got in, and then you just threw it back out because Faye gave you the stank eye or something, and just said, I don't want to do the bad thing," and just, mate, you're on Love Island. Have you seen what Toby did? And there were no repercussions. You can do it. Just say, "No, I'll sleep on your bed." And if you had, I feel like I'd be a lot more confident in Chloe and Dale.
Yeah, same. That's not happening, dude. They're not.
But now it's a friendship couple now. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And that was literally one of the funniest moments too, dude. I was shocked that he said that. That's a moment where you are too honest. Like, you just got to shut your mouth, dude. Let us sleep in the same bed. Doesn't mean you can't talk to anyone else. Good Lord.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great observation of the week, mate. Great too, actually.
Oh, thank you.
No worries. I still think the saddest moment of the week was Teddy leaving the Teddy on the step and walking down. My heart.
A close second runner-up was just everything Abby was put through in that last episode, where she was like, "I don't know where to go," and she just stands up looking.
Yep.
he just looked really lost, and I felt really bad for Abby. And
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, you know what, Abby, I get you, dude. You're my
Yeah.
guy.
That
All right.
hurts. He's
Hopefully,
definitely up the top to it.
hopefully, hopefully things work out for you, Abby. Hopefully things work out for you.
Yep.
We'll see.
Agreed.
I'll give her a follow on Instagram. She'll appreciate it.
Yeah. She'll hit you up, mate.
Yeah, will do.
All right. Well, thanks for another awesome episode by the Daybed, mate. It's gone
It's
over
a
a bit over an
whopper of an
hour.
episode.
It is a
It's
whopper
a
of an episode,
whopper.
but at the
It's
end
a
of the day,
mega day at the
Casa
Classic
More, dude.
Factory.
That's it. Casa More it's a whopper week of entertainment, mate. We need to debunk it and unpack it all, mate. So I'm
Yeah.
glad I could do that with you.
Hopefully we did
And
that.
yeah, I think we did that.
Hey.
We argued a lot, so it was always a good episode when we do that.
If you made it all the way to this minute, just say Baba Booey in the comment section so that we know at least someone made it.
Booey.
We'll see what happens.
I was gonna say like
We'll see
moo or
what
something.
happens.
All right, we'll see.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll
All right. Well,
see.
thanks for listening. Hope you enjoy the rest of your week. I'm sure we'll be hitting you back up in a few years time, few days time. Not as long as what we left the last time, but
Hopefully not.
no, we'll be right. All right, and we will catch you in the next installment of Talks by the Daybed on the JR podcast. Goodbye.